jioni na Jumapili saa 4 usiku ukiwa nami mtamu wako zaidi ya asali. Mimi naitwa Wadi Tamu. Mpenzi mtazamaji, usipitwe na matamu.
Kabisa, ladies and gentlemen, it's 10 minutes to 8 a.m. right here on KUTV Rise Today, Biashara Tuesday. Right now, we are going straight into the news segment. A news segment of today, 21st October 2025, have been highly highlighted on the events of yesterday, 20th October 2025, the 2025th edition of Mashujaa Day. Maybe a brief history of what happened today in the future, in the past. In 1952, 21st October, the Sir Evelyn Berlin by then actualized the state of emergency that was declared a day earlier on Mashujaa Day. On this specific day today, Jomo Kenyatta, the then opposition leader, because the Amama was like opposition, had been arrested. So today we are remembering yesterday, 20th October. On Mashujaa Day of 2025, someone was honored as a civilian with the highest order. Those are some of the things that have created our news today. This news you can always watch on our subsequent bulletins at 9 p.m. KUTV Primetime News, and if it's weekend, the Weekend Prime. We are starting with Mashujaa by President Ruto. President William Samoei Ruto, during the Mashujaa Day celebrations at Ido Okwe Stadium in Kitui County, affirmed his government's commitment to fast-tracking national development. He emphasized the implementation of inclusive and transformative projects aimed at propelling Kenya's progress, with the ultimate goal of transitioning the nation from a third world to a first world country. Listen in.
President William Ruto today, while addressing Kenyan during Mashujaa Day celebration at Ithoke Stadium in Kitui County, the head of the state lauded the people of Kompany by showing up in a large number, calling on them to stick with the government till 2027. Ruto has stated that today's celebration were not only about honoring heroes, but also about building on their legacy by fostering self-reliance and economic growth.
On this Mashujaa Day, in recognition of his extraordinary contribution and enduring legacy, the government and the people of Kenya inscribe Raila Odinga's name among the foremost of our heroes under the public seal of the Republic of Kenya. On behalf of a grateful nation and through the authority vested in me as president, I have today posthumously conferred upon the Right Honorable Raila Odinga the highest honor of the Republic, the Chief of the Order of the Golden Heart of Kenya.
However, Ruto also outlined 4 pillars to guide Kenya's future food security: industrialization, infrastructure development, and energy expansion, all aimed at boosting productive and creating jobs.
And collective history. First, teach our history in our...
Ruto emphasized that food security remains central to Kenya's progress, noting that the country spent over $500 billion annually on food import. He announced plans to construct 50 mega dam and bring 2 million acres under irrigation in the next decade to ensure sustainable agricultural production.
I have held discussions with majority of members of parliament, and they are here. I have consulted with many governors and grassroots leaders from every corner of the nation. And I will continue to engage because Kenya's progress must never be a partisan pursuit. It is a national inclusive mission. Through these deliberations, I have arrived at a clear conclusion that although we have made commendable progress in stabilizing the nation over the last 3 years, the time has come to take the country to the next level.
President William Ruto has described development as a shared nation mission beyond politics, urging all Kenyans to unite for the common good. In honoring the late Raila Odinga, Ruto lauded him as a patriotic leader whose vision for a united and prosperous Kenya continued to inspire national leadership and progress.
Kithure.
Rael Makona, KUTV.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Makona, with that news. It is a news that has touched on key issues that we are raising today right here on Biashara Tuesday. Your contribution as a youth in developing the economy of this country and socio-political environment. And the key question we are asking is, how can Kenyans, especially the youth, drive economic growth and resilience by aligning entrepreneurship and innovation with sustainable development goals? Yesterday, it was proved beyond reasonable doubt that your contributions in making Kenya a great country could give you even the highest honor on this land, like the CGH that was awarded to the fallen hero, Right Honorable Raila Odinga. Raila was mourned by leaders of Kenya and leaders of Africa at large, as we will see in the message of the guest of honor. Local leaders mourning. Senior national leaders have urged Kenyans to honor the sacrifices of the heroes by upholding peace, unity, and dedication. The Mashujaa Day celebrations that were held in Ethiopia, attended by President William Ruto, Deputy President Professor Kithure Kindiki, Kitui Governor Dr. Julius Malombe, and citizens from across the country, highlighted the importance of national cohesion and service in our country.
When addressing the citizens at the Heroes Day in Kitui County, Deputy President Professor Kithure Kindiki stressed that Heroes Day is a day to reflect on Kenya's long history and the dedication of those who fought for the freedom and the rights of the citizens.
We gather here today on this Mashujaa Heroes Day to remember, reflect, and consider where our country has come from. Your Excellency, sir, as you continue to lead us in this reflection, we continue to remember the many people who have sacrificed their time, their lives, and their comfort for our freedom.
He also added that it is nation's time to building stronger foundations for economic development and ensure the well-being of every Kenyan.
What remains is now to strengthen the foundations of our country, perfect the economic well-being of the people of our country, and as you lead us, Your Excellency, the future of Kenya looks certainly good because of the labor that those who came before us have put, and because of the labor that you continue to put, Your Excellency, in putting us together, even as we take the vision of our forefathers forward.
His speech stressed the importance of national unity, work discipline, and respect for all the heroes who contributed to achieving freedom and democracy in the country. On his part, Kitui Governor Dr. Julius Malombe encouraged the residents of Kitui to use this day as an opportunity to reflect on the development of the county and the contribution of the heroes of the area.
Excellency the President, the people of Kitui are grateful for the opportunity we have been accorded towards this year's Mashujaa Day. at this magnificent 10,000-seater stadium recently constructed by your government in a record 4.5 months from June 2025 to October 2025. Your Excellency, I recall vividly when I requested you to consider hosting one of the national days that are celebrated outside the capital city in Kitui County, either in 2025 or 2026. This was on 23rd February 2023 when you visited our county to launch the Level 4 Hospital at the Administration Police Border Patrol Unit Headquarters at Kanyonyo. And Your Excellency, here we are in 2025 celebrating Mashujaa Day in Kitui. This is indicative of your responsiveness as a national leader who is committed to inclusive service delivery and development in all parts of our country. Your Excellency, we are deeply honored that you granted our request. Asante sana. Your Excellency, ladies and gentlemen, Mashujaa Day is a special occasion set aside under our Constitution to honor Kenyans who have sacrificed and exhibited courage and selflessness in the service of our nation. Today, as we celebrate Kenyan heroes and heroines, we wish to particularly salute those Kenyans such as Mekatilili Wamenza and Koitalel Arap Samoei, who firmly resisted colonialists. We also honor the Kenyan heroes who gallantly fought for the independence of our country, such as Dedan Kimathi and the Kapenguria Sikh.
This year's celebration carried the theme of transforming lives through sustainable energy solutions as a drive for economic growth and social progress, especially to enhance clean energy and youth innovation.
So good. That is good work from Sylvia Anyango, ladies and gentlemen. Some lessons from Idho Stadium. One, that the future of this country looks good because of our forefathers, honoring Dedan Kimathi and the Kapenguria Sikhs. That is where we remember people like Kongo Karumba, Fred Kubai, Jomo Kenyatta, Ochieng Aneko, because of their contributions in ensuring that today we are here. They also honored people like the today's heroes of our time, heroes we have seen. If you are a millennial or a Gen Z, you've certainly been born when Raila Amolo Odinga was still active in opposition politics, now that he never ended up being a president of this country. But he has been honored the same way as a president would be honored. It was pomp and color in Kitui County. Let's look at how it was. Kenyans turned up in large numbers at the Idho Stadium in Kitui County for the Mashujaa Day celebrations, and it is the custom. The decorations and preparations for this day are always exceptional, starting from the military displays, traditional songs, and heroic plays. And today or yesterday was no different, as our very own Rajab Juma gives the details.
Kikundi cha tatu, jeshi letu la nchi kavu.
The Idho Stadium in Kitui County was the stage for national pride as Kenya celebrated its annual Mashujaa Day. Thousands gathered to witness the dignified spectacle that honored the nation's heroes, both historical and contemporary. Here, soldiers showcased their prowess in their anti-terrorism operations. Fighter and transport aircraft of the Air Force flew swiftly overhead, signifying the nation's security capability and its unwavering commitment to defense. Cultural dance groups took the stage with an attractive costumes and coordinated movements signifying the nation's rich cultural heritage. Traditional music artists demonstrated their mastery of the art. Hundreds of students dressed in patriotic colors sang choir and recited poems entertaining the crowd. The students recited a poem in memory of the late Raila Odinga. Songs in remembrance of the hero, the late Baba Raila Odinga, dominated the air. The Ithokwe Stadium has witnessed fascinating creativity from these school-going children, depicting the sun and solar energy by arranging their bodies. In line with the Mashujaa Day theme, transforming lives through sustainable energy, these young ones wrote the word Shujaa Raila, joining the nation in continuing to mourn the late Raila Odinga. Rajab Juma, KUTV.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Rajab Juma. Let's now have a look at other Shujaas who were awarded among these Shujaa. President William Samoei Ruto posthumously awarded the late Raila Amolo Odinga as Kenya's former Prime Minister with the country's highest civilian honor during the Mashujaa Day celebrations 2025 held in Kitui. A total of 184 Kenyans were recognized for their outstanding contributions in various sectors. Among those honored were artists like Jua Kali, producer Clemo, and the late Ngogi Wathiongo. Journalists who were awarded is Mwanamisi Hamadi, who received an award for her contributions in the Mwanamke Bomba Show, while Harambee Stars players, who include the captain Abud Omar, Brian Amondi, Alpha Onyango, and the top scorer Ryan Ogam in the CHAN 2024 were celebrated as national heroes. Mashujaa, quite a day that it was. Kitu kitamu tena zaidi, lakini siasa always zinakuaga. The Mashujaa politics is what now we are looking. Story yake Gloria. The Mashujaa Day celebrations at Ithokwe grounds in Kitui were marked as a time for remembrance, celebrations and renewal of spirit in honor of the nation's heroes. President William Samoei Ruto, while attending the event, paid great tribute to the late Raila Odinga, describing him as a transformational leader and a true patriot of Kenya and the entire African continent. The day served to honor Odinga's lasting legacy and contributions. Listen in.
President William Ruto, while attending the Mashujaa Day celebrations at Ithokwe grounds in Kitui, said the day is one of remembrance, celebration, and renewal of spirit in honor of the heroes of our nation. He paid great tribute to the late Raila Odinga, describing him as a transformational leader and a true patriot of Kenya and the African continent at large.
Baba envisioned and fought for a nation where, in the immortal words of our national anthem, justice is everyone's shield and defender, where we all dwell in unity, peace, and liberty, and a Kenya that has plenty within its borders.
President also emphasized that in honoring the late Raila Odinga, we learn from his life journey, drawing lessons in enduring courage, dedication to public service, and genuine love for our country. He posthumously conferred upon Raila the rank of the Chief of the Order of the Golden Heart of Kenya, the nation's highest civilian honor, noting that a key lesson from Raila's legacy is to put the nation's interest above personal gain.
On behalf of a grateful nation, and through the authority vested in me as president, I have today posthumously conferred upon the Right Honorable Raila Odinga the highest honor of the Republic, the Chief of the Order of the Golden Heart of Kenya.
President Ruto also recalled an event earlier this year when Raila was invited to speak at a cabinet retreat held outside government offices, where he reiterated that Kenya is a nation of peace, political stability, and security. He reminded us that great ambitions and dreams without political stability remain just wishes and attainable hopes.
He tirelessly reminded leaders and citizens alike that our overarching identity is not defined by tribe, region, or creed, but by the sacred bond of being Kenyan. He often urged us to think Kenya first, to let the idea of one nation under one flag rise above all else. And he lived by that creed.
The president urged Kenyans to carry forward Raila Odinga's legacy, to stand firm on democratic values and to commit genuine national development, emphasizing that unity and peace are the compass that will guide us towards realizing the dream of a just, free and an opportunity-filled nation for all. Glory Kadhure, KUTV, Nairobi.
Thank you so much, Glory Kathure. We are now heading to Kirinyaga, where they still had the same festivities that were full of promises. As we'll listen. Take a listen. The government will guarantee a transparency in the future recruitment process for the Kenyan Defense Forces. The young people have been encouraged to apply. Speaking to the people of Mwea at Rorier Primary School in Mwea West, Kirinyaga County during the festivities of Mashujaa Day, Kirinyaga County Commissioner Hussein Allah So urged the young people in attendance to show up in force, since only the victorious would be picked. He said that 157 young people were incorporated into the government's affordable housing project as a consequence of country's recent interviews for unemployed university graduates within the expertise in construction-related industries.
Nimesikia kijana huyu wa kijana youth ameongea, amesema jeshi ikiandikwa ama polisi wakiandikwa vijana wajitokeze, si ndio? Vijana wajitokeze wajaribu bahati yao. Serikali inaangalia sana. Serikali itahakikisha kwamba hakuna ufisadi katika recruitment. Serikali itahakikisha kwamba recruitment is done in a transparent manner. Wale ambao wamehitimu, wale ambao wamequalify ndio watafanya nini? Watachukuliwa. Kwa hivyo vijana wajitokeze, na juzi hapa nimeweza kufanya wiki iliyopita interview ya vijana 157 wale ambao serikali, vijana wale ambao wamefanya kazi ya ujenzi, wale wanasoma university na wana kazi. Serikali imewachukua karibu 150 of them na wamekuwa attached, watakuwa attached kwa hizo affordable housing ambazo zinajengwa. Tumefanya interviews na watapewa kazi.
Thank you so much. Dr. Kalua Green, an environmentalist, is now advising Kenyans to plant trees in Raila Odinga's honor during the days that have been set aside for his grieving. Dr. Kalua commended Raila's conservationist endeavors, recalling his efforts to save the Mau forest, further stating that Kenya had lost a devoted leader who genuinely cared for the environment and a true son of the soil. To honor the 80 years that Raila lived on Earth, Dr. Kalua joined the attendees at the Sitam Athi River Church in planting 80 trees. That is so awesome. That is so awesome. And a way of celebrating fallen heroes like Right Honorable Raila Odinga. I'm amazed by what Dr. Kalua is doing. It is a challenge. We have seen other people do it. People like President William Ruto planted 56 trees on his 56th birthday. We've also seen this group led by Dr. Kalua planting 71 trees to remember the years that Professor Wangari Maathai lived on Earth, and now they have done it again, planting 80 trees to remember the years that Enigma, Egwambo, Tinga, CGH lived on this side of Earth. Now, wewe swali ni kwako, huo unapanda miti kweli? Challenge yourself. I want to challenge myself too, that at 35 years, I plant 35 trees. Planting trees is not about just you planting trees. No, it is planting these trees and nurturing them with water until they come fully fledged trees. You could plant them today and in a matter of 12 months, they wither and die. conserving them shows now that you care for them. Nataka tutoke hapo hivyo sasa, tuingie sports na tumalize hizi news. Alafu, when we'll be going for newspaper review, we'll be joined by Job Metiti Monchama, who is an MCA aspirant. He tried in 2022 and failed and went back to his home where the grandmother told him kuvunjika kwa mwiko sio mwisho wa kupika. 2027 anarejea kiwanjani in his manga ward, still going for MCA. Sports kwa sasa, Rajab ndo anatuandalia masuala ya swimming. The Africa Zone 3 Swimming Championship came to a successful close after 4 days of intense competition, with athletes from 10 countries showcasing their talent and proudly representing their nations. Kenya's Dawn Dirango delivered an exceptional performance, winning multiple gold medals. Dirango clinched gold in the 50 meters butterfly, beating teammate Abdul Kadir and Uganda's Elijah Ayesiga. Dirango also won the 100 meters freestyle, further asserting his dominance in the pool. Team Kenya's assistant coach Mansour Abdallah of Bandari Swimming Club has expressed his joy over the team's performance, highlighting the unity, effort and determination shown by the swimmers.
Fastest time is 5. Raise your hits, it's a good start. Charles Lake for 7. Adam. Baxter is not very perfect. Primary event of the 50 Baxter. Finishing in the final stage. The gold medal is for 200 Baxter. And to come back at second. Yet another goal. And sitting in late number 5, Rare Break. To finish 6th last game at 100 Baxter. And will be finishing as well as the medalist here.
Thank you guys for coming. I would want to appreciate everybody who has been here with us. The last 4 days has been fantastic. We appreciate our countries that have made time to come to us. We had 2 teams for Kenya, that is the Team Kenya and the Team Kenya B. They have done a fantastic job. These kids are the future.
Hello, my name is Don. I'm here representing Team Kenya for Ghana Zone 3 Championships. And also, it was an honor being part of the Kenya national team for such a wonderful event and organization.
18 minutes past 8 a.m. You are still watching and enjoying KUTV Rise today. Biashara Tuesday, hosted by a guest host, Ojuang Mtoto wa Mariam. And we have a key question that has been aligned with everything we've seen and watched on the news. We are asking you today, how can Kenyans, especially the youth, drive economic growth and resilience by aligning entrepreneurship and innovation with the Sustainable Development Goals, SDG. Vijana wanasemaga lazima tujitume. In that spirit of kujituma, it is important for you to evaluate the need that you want to solve at your community level and the SDG goal that is aligned to it and how you can monetize that. You've seen people like Ndirango who have excelled in swimming as a talent, and they are monetizing that. We need now to make sure that at our community levels, wherever you are coming from, whether it's from Pwani, from the Lake region, from the Rift Valley, from the northern Kenya, from the eastern Kenya, from the central Kenya, and most definitely County 047, Nairobi, Kenya, and Metropolitan, to ensure that your solutions that you want to give are aligned to SDG. Today, we give prominence to SDG number 8. It talks about decent work and economic growth. Decent work and economic growth. Its relevance to you as a youth, its relevance to you as a mentor, to you as a champion of the youth, is to create jobs and enlarge the job market in Kenya that has been dominated by informal sector, so that people who have done TVET courses are getting a chance to work in a decent environment. Another SDG is SDG number 9, industry, innovation and infrastructure that will help to ensure that the whole of Kenya is an economic hub. We have things like Konza City right now that we can capitalize on as a country. We have things like Ajira Digital that we can capitalize on as a country, and we are saying it all narrows down to us. That is why the main question yenye naomba unitumie answer zako pale hivyo kwa SMS line. Ukitukosa hapo hivyo basi unaingia katika comment section ya KUTV Kenya, the live stream that is going on right here on Biashara Tuesday. How can Kenyans, especially the youth, drive economic growth and resilience by aligning entrepreneurship and innovation with sustainable development goal? Wewe kama Mkenya, wewe kama kijana, how can you ensure that wewe, your drive to economy, your innovation unaialign na SDG? Tunaingia break kiasi. Tukirejea tunakuonyesha makuu ambayo yanaendelea katika best university in Kenya ambayo yanakuhusu wewe na yanahusu most definitely the people of Kenya, the economic of Kenya and socio-political environment of Kenya. The icing of graduation. Sijui kama uko ready for 2026, the 58th graduation inakuja. Tunaingia break kiasi.
Our planet's future is in our hands. However, there is a threat to the brightness of this tomorrow. On EarthCheck, we share the challenges, the solutions, and the hope.
I would call this a very momentous day, a very critical day.
Every episode, every story, every step we take creates a ripple. Join me, the environmentalist Emmanuel Kutosi, on KUTV every Wednesday at 8 p.m. and be part of EarthCheck. Welcome.
Musingedeze mama na munenge value yakwa. Wabika musingedeze mama na munenge value yakwa. Luka mutavyo yolangu dhukuma, luka mutavyo ndoni yenile. Luka mutavyo yolangu dhukuma, luka mutavyo ndoni yenile. Nondo nene sema medana te, amana embea nene nuge. Nondo nene sema medana te, amana ega gundu mana na kwanika site komini. Nene sovye maisha makwa, nene kasite komini. Nene sovye maisha makwa, maundu ni momu lakini. Nene senga umadhinani, maundu ni momu lakini. Nene senga umadhinani. Madhai mwandiko lwanuwe madha nuwe ngomba uyakwa. Madai wanze madai akindi kolwa niwe madai wande yenesa Kenya inga yako athima maua umadhukuta mokambika na polio wando yenzanzo nina mayangwata nuwe inyakwa na nuwe mwendwa wakwa Kenya inga yako athima we wakwa wanze yene munini mata Kenya wande anginyaneana wanze yene munini mama Kenya wande anginyaneana
Tuna utanu mwingi nundu wa kweva na shere Atongo yonze makenya zima yuyu meoba Nenda kupia tangita musonge mpaka munyale Akenyona kwa ninarani kono nenyumwi atanu Ukili nyonze musonge tushereke wa mwenenyu Nega ready medie Nega me
Muziki mtamu from Kenya Benga Legends. Kenya ni tuete kwa lugha ya Kikamba, lugha ya watu ambao wamejivunia kuhost Mashujaa Day 2025. Right here at Kenyatta University, we are doing biggest of the things to ensure that we are aligning what we are training our students with SDG or Sustainable Development Goals. And I want to ice up things with this story that will blow your mind. Kenyatta University continues the story is hanging, but it's all about what we want to do. So I first pose the question so that now you can listen to it and you connect it with this question. The question is, how can Kenyans, especially the youth, drive economic growth and resilience by aligning entrepreneurship and innovation with sustainable development goals? That's the question of the day. Please align it with this story. Kenyatta University continues to ensure that they are strengthening its role in promoting innovation through a 3-day workshop where students, innovators, and entrepreneurs gather to learn skills in creativity, entrepreneurship, and leadership. The program, known as Innovation Centers of Excellence, ICE program, organized in collaboration with international partners and renowned global partners, and Purpose Network GPP, aims to inspire students in the field of innovation and infrastructure. Please listen in and make sure that you're using it to answer our question.
We'll still be having the app that we have. So as you can look from my presentation, my tagline is Smart Tech for a greener or a cleaner earth. So what does Africarbon tend to do? According to statistics, in 2021, the world, Bloomberg to be precise, announced and released the data that 54 billion tons of carbon are released into the world. So that means that a lot of carbon is released by these big multinationals like Amazon, like BlackRock, JW Morgans, these big companies that is going to do. So what does Africarbon tend to do? They have been mostly leveraging on trees and biogas and these renewable sources of energy to make sure that carbon is being trapped from the atmosphere. But there are other natural existing substances and organisms that can be used to actually trap carbon from the atmosphere. So what my application and software tends to do, it wants to use GIS, which is Geographic Information System, to look like an area like Nairobi. It does an analysis by drones, and then it says like Nairobi has this number of trees, let's say 100,000 trees, and Nairobi is supposed to have 1 million trees to make sure that carbon is not being emitted too much in this county. So this app will make sure that it has told a certain county you should plant these trees. Like China is the leading nation. In the whole world, China is the leading nation in emitting carbon dioxide, sulfur dioxide, and methane gases. So this app leverages to make sure that that is done. So what I want my investors to do, next slide please. Next slide. So the prototype is that in 6 months we'll have designed the software, and the software tool will have already been designed and it will be working. I tend to use this prototype to test it among 5 African countries and also to test it on China because it's the leading emitter of CO2, SO2 and methane gases. So within 2 to 4 years, the app will be working and running. And how will investors earn from this? Investors will earn from this through eco-friendly tech tours. They will earn through the carbon credits and the carbon offsets that they will be buying. So I need $1.8 million to start this project off. If you can fund me, then it can be a go. Thank you.
Thank you, Simon. It took around 3.5 minutes, so you need to work on this. Let's give him a round of applause.
Thank you very much. Good morning. Wonderful. It is indeed another wonderful morning when we are going to hear from you. What ideas do you have for the planet and for the next generation? And here are some of the things that we are going to observe as you present your ideas. So as you come forward to present your idea, keep the following in mind. Number 1, we are going to observe generally your idea and innovativeness of your idea, the originality, creativity, and uniqueness of the idea. Does it solve a real problem or address an unmet need? Is it innovative, scalable, and relevant? Because we said one of the things that you should have as a problem solver, as an entrepreneur, is being a problem solver. Number 2, we are going to look at the clarity and communication. Ability to clearly articulate the idea, problem, solution, and value proposition. Your logical flow, strong opening and close, and clarity in delivery. So from day one, Dr. Crystal has taught you various ways of expressing yourself, communicating effectively. So we are going to look at how you are able to articulate your idea properly and communicate clearly so that it is understood properly. Number 3, the speaking quality and engagement. Confidence, tone, body language, enthusiasm, pacing, and audience connection. Professional and storytelling strength. So we are also going to observe that very keenly to see what are some of the skills that you have learned from day one, which you are able to showcase through your idea. And number 4, we are going to look at the feasibility and execution. Realistic implementation of your plan, market understanding, and team capability. Is the idea executable within time and resource constraints? So here, do you have a timeline? What is your 2-month, 3-month, 9-month plan, or the timeline of implementation of your idea? So keep that in mind. And then number 5, we are going to also observe the impact and value that you are bringing to the society through your idea. The potential of your idea to create measurable impact, social, economic, or environmental. The alignment with sustainability, innovation, and purpose-driven outcomes. So ensure your idea has an aspect of social impact and a realistic target in society. And then we have a bonus for exceptional creativity and presentation style, the effective use of visuals, prototypes, or storytelling, clear alignment with Dr. Crystal's WISE principles on wealth, innovation, and sustainability and execution. So from day one, you have been taught on how to present yourself, how do you open your, how do you start speaking, how do you introduce yourself, and how do you finish talking. While you are talking, how do you pace your voice, your intonation, and then avoiding speech fillers, right? Yeah, so when you come here, those are some of the things that we are going to keenly look at. So I wish you all the best, and thank you very much.
So everyone stand up that's presenting and come line up here. That's great. No one's like this. Everybody's flat foot. Great job, great job. Okay, so just like we did yesterday, if someone gives your answer, it's okay to go ahead and give the same answer. But I want you to help everyone that's up here by sharing something that I mentioned over the last 2 days about being a CEO, about presenting, about standing. Say something that you remember. So before we get started with you actually saying it, raise your hand just so I know that you remember something. Does anyone remember anything? Just raise your hand. Anybody have something on their mind that they're going to come and say? Okay, everybody has their hand. All right, so you are going to smile. Everybody smile. And that might be one thing that you come here and say, but go ahead and you know how you introduce yourself, your name, the school that you're in, and then say the question I'm asking, answer the question, and then end it by saying your name and your school, okay? So I'm going to go and continue to get ready, and each person just come up. We'll start on this side. Each person just come up here and say what it is that you remember. And even though there's not necessarily people everywhere, I want you to do the eye contact. So if I'm facing that way, I want you to say, you know, good morning, my name is Crystal Richardson, and I am in the School of Innovation. So like, look around the room as if there were people everywhere, okay? Yes. And I said it with a smile on my face. So when you get up here, do that. And when you do your pitch, don't do your pitch as if you're just scared to death, okay? Just get up here, do it, kill it, and it'll be great. All right, give yourselves a hand and we'll start on the scene.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
My name is Augustine Narogwe from the School of Health Sciences, Department of Environmental or Public Health. And what lingered in my mind or stuck in my mind about Dr. Richardson's presentation about CEOs is you must be statistics and policy centered. You must remember statistics, you must talk about statistics and align yourself with policies. Thank you. My name is Augustine Arogwe from the School of Health Sciences. Thank you.
Good morning.
Good morning.
My name is Simon Kamau from the School of Pure and Applied Sciences, pursuing Bachelor of Sciences in IT and Records Management. So what came out for me uniquely with Dr. Richardson's presentation was that I should be someone who maintains eye contact, and above all, my physical presence matters.
Like I should stand like a CEO, I should talk like a CEO, and by talking, I should be loud enough, I should also be present. That's what stood out for me, and have a good day.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Munyancherik from the School of Pure and Applied Sciences, pursuing Bachelor of Science in Microbiology. What I learned from Madam Richardson, it's all about how to act like a CEO and also think like a CEO. That's what I had learned from her. Thank you. My name is Munyancherik. Have a blessed day.
Good morning. Good morning once again. My name is Retiti Evelyn from the School of Education, taking English and Literature as my subject combination. So what I learned from Dr. Richardson's lessons was as a CEO, you must, the posture while standing, you must maintain eye contact. Again, you must smile while presenting, or maybe, while presenting. Another thing, you must have a seat. What? Just one? Okay, thank you so much. My name is Retiti Evelyn from the School of Education. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Dismas Kibitok from the School of Education and Lifelong Learning. What I've learned, just one thing that I've learned that is predominant is the tell me more syndrome. That is what I'm trying to master. It's very important as far as being a CEO is concerned. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoy your day. My name is Dismas from the School of Education and Lifelong Learning. Thank you.
Good morning, you all. My name is Daniel Mosembi. I'm School of Pure and Applied Sciences. I'm taking Mathematics and Computer Science. Something that I learned from when this program started is something that I could have rated myself 1/5. That is confidence. But now at least I've improved. So thank you very much, Madam Richardson.
Hi everyone, my name is Samson Odoro Uma. I'm from the School of Pure and Applied Science, pursuing bachelor's degree in Information Science. From what I can recall what we have learned for the past 2 days, let me just mention one thing because she told us to mention one thing. We learned about handshake, whereby you are a leader, you should, as you are going to handshake with your clients, you have to smile to bring, to make the clients comfortable with you, even as you're smiling, not just putting the stone face as I can see some of you here. Smile. Oh, thank you. That was what I learned yesterday. My name is Samson Odor. I'm from the School of Pure and Applied Science. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Edwin Nganga from the Department of Communication, Film and Media Studies in the School of Law, Arts and Social Sciences. What I learned yesterday from Dr. Crystal's workshop was the elevator pitch. And you need to, there's a simple introduction, and if I can do it, it's hi. My name is Edwin Nganga. My business name is Royalty Studios. Thank you. That's what I learned.
Good morning. My name is Purity Mumbi from the School of Pure and Applied Sciences. So I learned from Dr. Richardson that if you are a CEO and you ought to be a CEO, you should be passionate about serving others, not only being served. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Jillian, from School of Business, pursuing Bachelor of Commerce Accounting. What I've learned from Madam Richardson is that you should have a mindset of a CEO. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Paulette Karanja. I'm also from the School of Business, Economics and Tourism. And one thing I've learned from this whole experience is the power of teamwork. we've all had groups, and I chose that it takes a village to raise one. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. So my name is Maureen from the School of Business, Economics and Tourism, pursuing tourism major. What I learned yesterday is first, use your God-given brain and your mind to be innovative. And yeah, you have the ideas, you have to just implement them. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Penina Aluoch, and good morning. My name is Penina Aluoch. I'm from the School of Business, majoring in finance. And one thing I learned from Madam Richardson is regarding confidence, that confidence is not just, it speaks a lot, from your posture to how you dress to your firm handshake. Thank you. My name is Penina Aluoch.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Najma Muhammad Adan from the School of Health Sciences, pursuing Bachelor of Medicine and Surgery. I've learned a lot, but one thing that stood out for me is the Tell Me More effect, as this will enable you to sell your ideas. My name is Najma Muhammad. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Vivian Rehema from the School of Health Science. I'm studying Bachelor of Medicine and Surgery. And one thing that stood out for me yesterday is to allow God to use me for divine innovation. My name is Vivian Rehema from School of Health Science. Thank you.
Hello. My name is Dennis Njoroge. I'm in the School of Pure and Applied Sciences, pursuing Bachelor of Science in Computer.
Like when you have the handheld mic, have where this is this far from your mouth and still speak up. You don't get money, you don't get impact, you don't get opportunities if the people cannot hear what you're saying. Also, do not talk too fast. Do not speak too fast. Because again, in international competitions, they need to be able to catch up with what you're saying based on your accent. You don't think you have an accent, I don't think I have an accent, but we all sound a little bit different. So speak slower as I'm speaking right now, have the mic like this, and if it's not this far, if you're this far back, or if you did not adjust it, on our score sheet, we will be reducing points, taking off points for you not being in the right position. So that's very important. And again, what I mentioned is even though there's no one sitting over there, you're going to address the whole room. So you can speak over here, then you can speak over here, or you could just go from section to section, but have where you address everyone. Get used to that from a pitch perspective. And I'm using my hands, you can do that if you want to. Also, I'm going to attempt to have where I have the presentation here so that you can see it and not have to do like that to see that they've changed the screen, okay? And so you can say next slide when you're ready to go to the next slide. Let's practice that. Everybody say next slide. Okay, and so don't say next slide and look. We have to just know that they're going to change it. If they don't change it, that'll be my responsibility to look back there or do whatever we need to do related to that. You stay focused right here and out there. Because there may be some things you have to read off of your presentation, so you'll be able to do it off of my computer right here, and I think I have enough power to last us for the competition. Now, I am the timekeeper, and I mentioned, I'm gonna try not to hit the table too hard, I'm gonna mention it's the 3. Okay, so you don't have to look over there at me. And because I'm over this competition, a lot of times The presenters will present like this, like speaking directly to me, as if I'm the only one here, but I'm not. There's like a whole panel of judges, and you don't just look at the judges. You can look at them, but then look around the room, okay? And it's not just to me, not just to me over there. Okay, you see how close I am? And can you hear me? Okay, I need to hear everyone. Now this is a competition, so I'm not going to say to you, speak louder.
And I'm very excited to present my project called CareVault, Reliable Records, Better Care. CareVault is a software where hospitals can use to compile their medical reports for patients who come for treatment. In Kenya, approximately 70% of hospitals have poor record management system, compared to 30% which have good health system. This poor health system has led to medication error and poor medication making. This is due to fragmented data, which is difficult to trace. With CareVault, it will help solve the problem by compiling the record into a single file system, reducing the loss of medical report on patients. We need this system because it will help us everyone to have their medical report for patients, so that when we go to the hospital, we will be able to get our medical reports and get a good treatment. Our CareVault will be developed for over 12 months with a budget of 7.8 million, which will run for 5 phases, from research and planning to deployment. This will help us to reduce the errors by 30%. CareVault will bring a solution to inefficient medical reports. I'm inviting the visionary investors to join us in shaping the future of health record system. Thank you.
Thank you so much. That was our first presentation. Everyone say next page. So when you do it on here, which I saw his hand go over here and he did it, but he didn't say it, so I'm back in the back. Turn to the next page. So he did turn, but you need to do that yourself. He was the first one, so give a hand. And guess what? He ended at 2 minutes and 28 seconds, like right before the time. Good job, good job. I was all excited because I didn't want to have to say time, so that was great. And I'm up here with no glasses. Let's see. The next one, it's opening. Make sure it's open. Is number 4, which is Maureen. Maureen is her name. The presentation, Sorrente Trips. Sorrente Trips. but it won't open. Let's try it. It's there? Okay. So you'll have to turn because it won't open right there. This is contestant number 4. Let's give her a hand.
Okay, good morning everyone. Hope everyone is doing okay.
Hello, they're supposed to.
Okay. My name is Maureen Kadure from the School of Business and Tourism. I'm pursuing tourism management. My company here is Sereni Trips, from the word serenity. Serenity means peace of mind, inner peace and all that. So my whole idea was a kind of a wellness tourism kind of brand. So we know statistically in Kenya, most people are undergoing through mental breakdown due to stress, job lacks and everything. So we need like to unwind and all that. So most in Kenya, the youth, the adolescents aged between 10 and 24 years have recorded mental illness has recorded the second most problem in leading to disabilities. So that is a real issue that we have very rare chances of handling, because also in Kenya, 75% of people cannot access mental health due to the prices, due to lack of professionals and all that. So tourism and wellness tourism is a cheaper and a more accessible way of dealing with mental health in Kenya. And if those are statistics in Kenya, what would you imagine the world is experiencing mental wise, right? So the solution is to come up with, make people understand what wellness tourism really is, because people, when you mention tourism, if I come to you, tell you tourism, you'll think it's just going to see animals. That's what someone told me yesterday. What is the value of going to see animals? So first of all is educating people on what wellness tourism really is. And yes, once they are educated, you're able to create impact to the community, you're able to get jobs. Some of the implementation I thought about is, like for the first year, get at least to know wellness destinations and activities that could be practiced, and then get staffing, staffing will be a way of handling the job issue in Kenya and also in the world. So yeah, so those are some of the solutions that could happen. So come together with me, let's create travel and heal our souls. Don't just purpose to travel, but travel for purpose. Thank you.
Excellent. The next contestant is number 13, Purity, BioPure.
Good morning. My name is Purity Mumbi, and this is Biosphere Cosmetics. So Biosphere Cosmetics, it is aiming to produce cosmetics that are safe, that don't have parabens, hydroquinone, bleaching agents, and the rest. So the problem is that when we have a safe product, they will cause skin cancer to us. So the solution is that we come up with a company that makes cosmetics that are safe for us, for our skin and for our health. So the statistic is showing that the contents that are used to make cosmetics are not good. They have parabens, hydroquinone, bleaching agents, heavy metals that lead to skin cancer, and that is alarming and need to be addressed. So Next slide. So we need to come up with investors that will invest in our company, and within 6 months to 12 months we'll have our products already in the market and gain trust for our customers for a healthier future. Thank you.
The next contestant contestant number 2 is Daniel. And the presentation is Marketing Agency is the name that they would bring up. Okay, go ahead and start.
Good morning all. I'm Daniel Musembi.
Kabisa mpenzi mtazamaji, hapo hivyo vijana wa leo, si vijana wa jana, vijana wa leo wanafunzwa kufanya pitching ya ideas zao, na wanaelezwa saa hizi ikiwa ni saa 3 imekatika dakika 3 asubuhi masaa na majira ya Afrika Mashariki, on the importance of self brand or personal brand. How do you introduce yourself? How do you introduce your company? They are also being explained how do you align your solutions with the SDGs. There are 16 of them. SDG number 16 being peace, justice, and strong institutions. This morning, we are now going right into the newspaper review. Don't forget, the question of the day is how can Kenyans, especially the youth, drive economic growth and innovation through sustainable development goals? Niko na kijana mwenye ni mhandisi, an engineer, a long time friend, a kijana of Kanu who was once in Kanu and abide right here in Nairobi, Mukuru kwa Robin, the slums of Embakasi East. Pale hivyo, he had created a relation with the Kamba people who enjoyed yesterday's edition of Madaraka edition 2025. His name, as you see him on the screens, is Job Mititi Munchama. Right now, he's eyeing his leadership aspirations in his home Manga Ward 2027. He's here to ensure that we are having a look into today's newspaper review right now. 5 minutes have passed 9 a.m. East African time. Daily Nation is talking about Raila shadow looms over Mashujaa Day. Feted former premier posthumously awarded the Republic's highest honor. Pale hivyo wameweka picha ya the day and how it was. That is the Daily Nation. On top, they have discussed a lot. On page 10, they'll be telling you about Kenya's politics without Baba. We'll also be discussing that. The yesterday's politics, the today's politics, and the future of Kenya's politics post Baba. Page 12, the Daily Nation is talking about new faces structure for senior school maswala makubwa tena zaidi that we will be discussing with the Job Mititi Mwonchama, aspiring MCA Manga Ward 2027. The standard, we still have it. They've set the standard. They've put Baba on top. Behind the Baba, they've put a Kenya Gazette notice, and they are talking about how he has been honored. Baba's spirit lives on. The weight of Raila Odinga's name hung heavy on President William Ruto's heart and tongue as he addressed the nation from Kitui during Mashujaa Day celebrations. More than 20 times, he invoked the late opposition leader's name, praising his courage and sacrifice before posthumously conferring on him Kenya's highest honor, that of Chief of the Order of the Golden Heart. Across the counties, governors joined in celebrating a man whose death carries a striking irony. Once Kenya's most persecuted politician, Raila Odinga is now enshrined among its greatest heroes. It is a story that we'll find on page 3 and page 4 of the Standard. They are saying they are still the Kenya's bold newspaper. They've placed our Governor Fatuma Chani from Kwale eulogizing there, and other leaders including Kenneth Lusaka, Bungoma County Governor, Simon Kachapin, West Pokot Governor, Oscar Sudi Kapseret, Member of Parliament, and Julius Malombe, the host governor from Kitui, who hosted yesterday's edition of Mashujaa edition. We also have the Star. Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to read the Star today, your own copy, it is not for sale. It is the government's of the day's newspaper, not to be sold. They are saying his best bet is to lock Rift Valley vote 100%, giving him a start of 3 million votes. According to the Star, they are talking about how Ruto to craft new power plan upon a Raila exit, a story that we'll find on page 4 and 5. Faces accompanying President Ruto is Deputy President Kithure Kindiki, Prime Cabinet Secretary Musalia Mudavadi, Homa Bay Governor Mama Gladys Wanga, and the coast's finest Joho 001 Mining and Blue Economy CS Hassan himself. Here, niko na MCA aspiring, niko na youth. Oh yes, he aspiring. Your youth, he aspiring, and an engineer. He's still sharpening the skills of engineering, owing to the fact that the future of this country is technological. The future of this country is at the heart of the youth. Bwana Mititi, umepotea sana. Nataka kuwasalimia watazamaji. Today umetupata kwa kipindi cha wenyewe because it's Biashara Tuesday, supposed to be hosted by our very own emerging media personality of the year, Sylvia Nyango. Lakini sisi tunashikilia jahazi. Karibu wasalimie.
Asante sana ndugu yangu wanojua. Good morning viewers. It's been long since I was in this platform. Good to see you, my friend.
We are talking about pre-2022.
Yeah, sure.
You are among the top and most vibrant KENU youthling.
Yes.
Kenya African National Union Coalitions Party. You're also vying using the same party. Give us a history of how life was pre-2022, where you are now, and your aspirations in 2027 as you continue telling them who that job is.
Naam, kwanza kabisa mkono wa buriani kwa mzee Raila Amolo Odinga. Mola irase roho yake mahali pema peponi. Kwa watazamaji wenzangu, fellow Kenyans, first lesson that Baba taught us is to put our country above self.
To put our country above self.
Time and again, he reminded us that there is no disagreement is greater than our unity. And there is no ambition is more important for an individual than the welfare of our nation.
There is no ambition that is important for an individual
than the welfare
of an entire nation.
In that spirit, I put Kenya first.
job made it.
Great lessons. Joining into politics and deviation from engineering. Remember, Baba was an engineer of politics.
He started as an engineer. Mama Ida Betty Odinga talks of him as someone who conned him because he was marrying an engineer. Later on, they were avoiding marrying politicians. He marries an engineer, cool, calm, collected. Later on, he's a political engineer.
Those words reminds of my auntie who is a wife to a politician. She told me, whoever you would engage, make sure you inform them that you're sure you will join politics. And then
you are just an engineer. Let them know the full spirit.
And then, sorry to cut you short, I want to echo what Mama Ida said as a wife of a politician. Don't inherit the enemies of your husband. Let him deal with them the way he made them. You concentrate with the role of you being a wife and a good Kenyan citizen. Politics is good, politics is life, and we are here to celebrate a man who made it even possible for us to talk freely and express ourselves, even when we have no point, but we have a voice. And forever in our hearts, the spirit of Raila Amolo Odinga will reign in the fabric of our country politics. Yeah.
So you're telling us now, first of all, President William Ruto has made sure that the name of Baba Agwambo has been inscribed among the top names of heroes of our country, among the top names like former President Jomo Kenyatta, former President Daniel Moi, former President Mwai Kibaki, and former President Uhuru Kenyatta has still this CGH, Chief of the Elder of Golden Heart. CGH kupata, even in his cross ya Baba has EGH, Elder. Now he is a CGH. How will you remember Baba yourself as a youth of this country who is an aspiring politician? How is that connected to your political life? The lessons that you've highlighted, how are they connected to your political life?
I first met Baba in 2007. I was a young boy. He visited our home county in Nyamira at Manga Stadium, where I'm fighting for MCA now. And then there was it was ODM from top to downwards. I remember listening to Radio Citizen every single day. My brother had a small radio.
Morning.
Yeah. Vincent Atea. Yes, you know.
Good morning.
And then these words, Kinara, Mkuu, wa ODM, those words kept on echoing in my mind.
Their newspaper reviews.
And then I remember telling my fellow pupils, because I was the head boy then in my primary school, to call me Kinara wa shule.
Call me Kinara. You've had Kinara in the radio. You may not know what it means,
yes, but
it was a very great name.
Yes. And then Vincent Antea could give me misamiati of politics, how Mzee Kibaki has done his things, and then when it comes to Baba, they could revive him as Kinara or Pinzani. And truly, I'm looking for one day to be referred as the real Kinara of this country. And then drawing back, you know the reason why I joined KANU first before any other party. All CGS have passed through KANU. So when you talk of power, and you remember Moi said KANU will rule for 100 years. So probably I will pick from 70 to
100 years as Jaisha?
As Jaisha. See, since 1963 to now we are 50-something hold as a state.
Agwambo once held a position as Secretary General of that same party. I remember now in 1999 when he is flying in a presidential jet to go in the inauguration of his friend President Olusegun Obasanjo after being elected into office. KANU is still also being remembered as a party that ruled longest, because at one time Kenya was being ruled by a one-party state by Dija. This party, wewe umeipata time yenye tuseme chama kinazeeka, because the transition of KANU and not getting leadership started in 2002, but by 2022 you are in KANU. What are the lessons would you say that you learned as in foundation of your politics from KANU? And saizi bado uko chama?
Saizi mambo ya chama sitasema.
Let's talk about the lessons that you learned from KANU as a party member.
I would caution you one thing when you say that KANU is not in power. If you look in our political figures today, they're just chameleons who just camouflaged and changed the names from KANU, only that KANU was tainted in our mind as an oppressive party in kinda or dictatorial. So these politicians have mastered the art of chameleon. Today they are UDA, tomorrow they are founders of ODM, tomorrow they are Wiper, tomorrow they are DCP. But when you sit down now as a sober, you see the good thing with Kibaki did to us, he took us to school. We can see through the lens that you guys, well, you're UDA, but we know your blood is KANU. And that's why I'm insisting, still KANU is ruling this country. And that's why I'm insisting, even me when I come to power, I'll be like a KANU leader, but now neo-economical and scientific, justifiable, and just leader, but drawn from the forefathers. Waswahili husema, if we forget our history, we not know our future. So we cannot castigate KANU and castigate all the elderlies. So I ask the Gen Zs, we are the movement. If we not be careful, still we would end up, these politicians, we would end up having KANU people fronting themselves as Gen Zs. You understand? Name one politicians who you cannot associate with KANU in this country. Nah.
There is it because even Kalonzo Musyoka. The same time when Raila Odinga is in KANU, he's in KANU too.
Yes.
Before starting the Rainbow Movement, and them now coming out of KANU, the party that had eaten up their party NDP and forming LDP, and now going to the 2002 general elections as a coalition of national
Rainbow Coalition. But so what happened to them in 2002? It was the disappointment of most of them were hanging. Just like these politicians who have remained orphans, who are hanging on the court of Baba, 2 many, including Raila, they joined KANU for endorsement of Mzee Moi then. But to their surprise, Moi endorsed Uhuru Kenyatta. So they retaliated in forming a new party. Even now, I'm telling you, woe unto ODM, and woe even to so many politicians. Now Baba is gone. I'm just sending us a soft and strong warning to those who are elected. We had this chance that you could mess around and Baba could cleanse you. Right now, it's going to be difficult if you are not going to do the right thing to the mwananchi. And I'm foreseeing a scenario where independent candidates are going to win so much. I'm foreseeing a scenario where party politics is going to reduce. Because now, the truth be told, I can predict ODM is no longer now solid as it will be. And probably UD already scattered by a former deputy president regarding going with half of the numbers. So I would encourage members of the public that this time round, come 2022, party politics is dead. We will scrutinize you as Ojuang. What's your name? What's your career? What's your philosophy? What's your beliefs? What are you going to do? What have you done? What's your track record? We will scrutinize you later as the needle today, as the they say is what
In short, hakuna kujificha.
Hakuna kujificha raundi.
Mwenye hata alikuwa wanajificha kwake.
Yes.
So the Star, they are talking about Ruto to craft new power plan upon Raila exit now, and they're saying the best bet is to lock Rift Valley vote 100%, giving him a head start of the 3 million votes in the Rift Valley basket. So President William Ruto faces urgent task of constructing a new political blueprint for the 2027 general elections following the sudden departure of his erstwhile rival or former rival and recent ally or friend Raila Odinga from the political scene. With the opposition in disarray and the Raila political dynasty facing an uncertain future, Ruto must fundamentally reshape both his government and his electoral strategy. Kisii Governor Simba Arati was so alert yesterday when he was telling this former founding a member of ODM that if in 2027 you would be willing to join ODM, we would make you a flag bearer.
Well, I won't talk on behalf of my governor, my neighbor county governor Simba Arati, but that is his own opinion. You understand already William Ruto has a party called UDA. So not unless I can't foresee such a scenario where he will fold UDA to come as a party leader in ODM. And remember, there are speculations that ODM certificate, the one who has a certificate is Kalenjin. It's called who? This brown guy. But most people who are at ODM now, they don't have the certificate of the party. Enrico Ske is the one who has the certificate for ODM. So we are going to see wrangles. But well, I admit now William Ruto has to change his tactics. I think.
And the government too. Are we seeing a looming cabinet reshuffle?
Of course. Actually, even before the death of Baba, you saw my party leader, Gideon Moi, joining hands with the president in Kabrak. We expect to see new faces. Probably I can predict Winnie Odinga, you will see him in cabinet. Remember she said
she's ready to come back home.
I'm ready to come back home. So for political pundits, you know what, we won't tell you everything.
This statement comes at a time when we had a Kibra drama or a scandal where someone was telling takataka Ruto.
Those MPs.
That MP could be edged out by voters in 2027.
Him, I felt sorry for him because Kenyan leaders are used to mess up with ordinary citizens, but to them it was 40 days and they messed with the wrong person. Could I be the one who recorded? It couldn't make any sense.
So now that it was Larry, even if you have your own Mado will still be taken serious at the corridors of justice. It was 100K to someone like him, it's nothing. But to a Kenyan mwenye ako hapa hivi chini, it's a lesson learned.
Not even to when it comes to leaders, we don't look in terms of money. We look at the humanity. You can see how the society is now. I don't care society. Like you have no empathy. Now that you are a member of parliament, you want to pull everyone right, left, center. Like I've told you, 2027 politics has changed drastically and forever. For sure is the beginning of a new era. Even as new upcoming politicians, we're going to base our argument on economical transformation, not loyalty based.
See, loyalty.
You understand? The previous regime was Baba left without question. Going forward, even as William is seeking second term, he has to show step by step. You understand? That yes, guys, I was given this mandate, and for sure I've done this. Like you can see, Nukambani can say something. So I think according to the strategy of William Ruto, the one he had, now he has to invoke another plan, another card, because now the effort has been multiplied by 0. He has to find another strategy. By the death of Enigma Baba Raila Amolo Odinga.
Following the death of Enigma Baba Raila Amolo Odinga, Nyanza has names, big names, likely to fill Raila's void. and chart new course. Potential successors include Dr. Oburu Odinga, who is a Siaya, senator from Siaya, Siaya Governor Dr. Bob James Ogre Orengo.
Yes.
We also have Embakasi East Member of Parliament Babu Owino.
Yes.
Rarieda MP Otiende Amolo, Wandai, Opio Wandai, and Mama Gladys Wanga. Gitule Naituli says that Nyanza has leaders which people were not able to see because of Raila's shadow. You and I, people who have gone through the history of this country, will remember James Bob Orengo with his party and vying for presidency in 2002.
Yes.
We'll also remember Professor Anyang' Nyong'o with his party failing to secure an MP seat after Baba saying his friend Tosha. And these Luo kingpins now joining to make sure that they have one voice. But from then, 2002 to now, 2025, over 23 years, the Luo Nyanza has hung on Baba as the kingpin. Nani anakuwa kingpin sasa? What are the factors that will be used kupata mmoja kutoka kwao?
Well, I would want to clarify something to you. When you say Nyanza, you know, Kisses, we are also in Nyanza. So you have left out to point out one of our greatest son, who was called George Anyona Moseti. He was a party leader of Kenya Social Congress. He fired and came fifth alongside Raila Amolo Odinga in 1997 political. You have pointed out Bob Agri Orengo, senior counsel. He also tried to fight, and I remember Orengo ever tried to go against Raila. He even lost his seat. All of this, there's a reason why Baba was called Enigma. You know, they say if the snake could not have the venom, the boys could use it to tie or they could use it to play Ojuala.
If the snakes could not have venom,
yes,
the boys
could use it to play Joangala.
Anyhow they want.
Yes.
They could even use it to beat others
in school.
Shika hapo kwa kichwa.
Yes.
Kama nyaunyo.
Yes.
But juu iko na venom.
Yes.
Unajua one bite.
Yes.
Is fatal.
Now that was Raila. Even in Western, when we talk of Nyanza, in my mind maneuver all over the Western, the Shikuku Martin. You come to the Oparanyas, you come to Orengos. I will not talk about Babuino because of nowadays I don't engage in Nairobi politics, but allow me to talk about Anyang' Nyong'o and Bob Ogre and Gladys Wanga. I foresee a scenario where they will not agree on one single kingpin. Because now, you see, you have drawn leaders from 3 counties. Orengo, Siaya. You have drawn Professor from Kisumu. You have drawn Madam Wanga from Homa Bay. And now this Ojila Ayako from Migori. Those are 4 counties of Luo Nyanza. And now there is Simba Rati
from KC County,
the deputy party leader.
Still in Nyanza.
There is now Paranya. And there's Joho. So what they will do, they will give Dr. Oburu Odinga a ceremonial party leader. You understand, even if Oburu Odinga command you, it won't be that convincing as it could be Baba. So you, for Babu Owino, I think he already, I would not advise him to enter into party wrangles. Because I believe Babu Owino should rise as a Gen Z kingpin. But if, in my opinion, if we narrow down to Luo politics, then he should have missed the pick. To extent, Babu Owino can stand for presidential. At this level, if by 2027, if the spirit moves him, he will get a sizable number. If we think about the likes of Matiang'i and Gachagua, they can form a very good force. But if you ask me about the future of ODM, if they wanted to succeed for more than 10 to 20 years from today, they should hand over the party to Babu Owino and Edwin Sifuna.
And forget about them. They now help them. They help this new generation to give us a new ODM. Still the same ODM, but a new ODM. If they don't do that and still they want to share that power amongst themselves, they will lose.
They will lose. So if in goodwill, or if I attend the NDC of ODM, we will advise Dr. Buru, yes, to be a party leader, but still let the people like Sifuna and Babuino and Orengo, or rather leave the old guards to be the restructure. I don't know the correct word I will do, but don't give one person more power like Leader Ed. Let them restructure like a council of governance within the party to the people fully. Yes.
I would like you to also add some weight on the statement of Senator from Nairobi, Edwin Sifuna, during the burial ceremony of Enigma in a Bondo. He said that himself on 22nd September in Ajal Hotel said, nani ameuliza we as a party hatuko hapa. But bado kuna watu ambao wanasema baba alituacha kwa mikono ya huyu daktari mpya tunaita Daktari William Samoei Ruto. Baba's statement, just statement alone, where does it place the Kenya's politics today? ODM, the unity of ODM, now that Sifuna is saying, I will do everything in my power to knit this party together and make sure we are united for 2027 general elections. But we still have old guys we are talking about who are saying, no, it is right and it is left. We also have youths kama wewe watu wenye usema we are in a age yenye kiongozi akisema right tutaenda, lakini akisema left tutamuuliza what was wrong with right.
Yes, well, I want to caution you that the dead tell no tales.
The dead tell no tales.
And now these politicians know that. So now everyone is like, right, I said, you know, now even me, I can say Baba told me.
Baba told me in 2007 when I was a young boy.
When I was a young boy.
In the Manga Stadium.
Yes.
Baba told me. You are Kinara.
That
Drew Vincent
yes. Yes.
Baba yuko ajitetea aseme hapana huyu nilimwambia huyu sikumwambia.
You know, for the few days I've you know, nowadays I follow politics purely, even more than I follow engineering. Kenyan politicians are meticulous. Yes. Meticulous in the sense that politics of Nairobi and politics of Nyamira are not the same.
They are
thing.
Sifuna point of Nairobi is not the same politics of Nyeri.
Yes. Kabisa. Now for Sifuna, if he could have dared do a grave mistake, says he supporting the government. Remember, Nairobi is where almost everyone has a smartphone. So it's an enlightened population, and is the one is leading. In the Sifuna knows the government is not popular on X and probably X, let me be, because Nairobians consume X mostly. And Nyeri and Kisii and Kitui, they consume TikTok. TikTok, more so TikTok. Facebook is for the old guards, but more so Facebook and TikTok is for the rural areas. But X is for elites. For Funa to say that Baba said that we are not in this arrangement, is protecting his seat in Nairobi. And for someone like Nyong'o, who is in Kisumu, where we saw for the first time a state funeral, we saw the military, and I want to salute President Ruto and the military himself. I think for the 4 days, those guys have not slept.
They've done a great job.
If me and you, we were glued on the screens and even doing local arrangement. So you can imagine how the military went an extra mile to really send our enigma well. So those two statements, they are just to favor the horses. Sifuna is right, or Rengos are right. Everyone is, and someone like Mbadi. So you want John Mbadi to say that Raila said that we will not be filled.
He can. Opiyo and I too can't.
Opiyo and I cannot. You saw him crying the loudest. Guys are defending their salary. Guys are defending their seats, and which is okay with the human beings. Like even me and you, we are waking up every single morning to go to work just to defend our daily needs. But for political gains, Sifuna was just defending his neutrality in Nairobi.
What is his future like in that party?
Well, I'm not a prophet.
You know, in 2025, before Baba be with Baba, and it's NDC, meaning that again.
Yes.
Talking about people like Gaucho, ni chama chetu. When Gaucho is saying ni chama chetu and he's telling Sifuna that, then the narrative be iki si chama cha Waluya.
Well, can I predict by 2027 ODM will be a Luo Nyanza party, and not even winning elections. It will be just a ceremonial Luo Nyanza party, just like Kanu. You know, nowadays Kanu, you if you tell a kid today that Kanu was powerful, you'd be like,
how?
But if you tell your father Kanu was powerful, he will even tell you more how powerful it is.
Your father is the one who stops you. Relax.
You don't know.
Actually,
so by 2027, the guys who are 16 now, I think they will be 18 to 40. So if you vie, actually, let me warn you, and I would come back in the studio. We see how the by-election for Kaspul will go. Baba's death has a hand on these by-elections coming, and I would be we will the political analysts or those of us who were concerned, we will see how the Kaspul political by-election of Boyd Were will play.
Boyd Were saying that the only thing he has to offer to the electorates is that he is the son of the former MP.
But for me, and I'm jealous and biased, as long as he's a youth, so be it. He's a youth, so be it. Because now we cannot victimize someone because his father was a politician. We cannot. Why can't we victimize you? Your father was a farmer, and now you're doing it. That's what we're saying. Like today, we're building a career for the future. So we would want a Kenya where someone is judged by the character of their content, not the name, not the family, not the whatever.
Not where they come from.
Not where they come from. And then the issue of tribalism now is, I think Raila nailed the last nail to the coffin. Even in the mountain, you know, people used to bet the lies that if Raila wins, or this. It is going to be difficult for everyone who was riding on Raila's name. So in Mount Kenya now, you're going to tell people that, you know, I'm meant to believe, though it is my opinion, that sometimes the people of the mountain fought against a certain individual or a certain agenda.
Every time.
Every time.
Looking for someone or his ideologies. Voting maybe to punish someone.
Yes.
Or trying to send a message to someone.
Yes.
And most of the times it has been Baba. Please, let's go to the vote and vote against Baba, because if Baba comes in, so such things would happen. But I would say such narratives have changed.
Those ones now, they are dead.
Putting into factor 2022 general elections, people like myself campaigned and voted for Baba. Because by then I was a member of Jubilee Party.
I remember. We were in Azimio together. Yeah.
That is what Uhuru Kenyatta told the mountain, and this is a Kikuyu, and all this enmity. We didn't know it. It is stories in 1969 when the two communities are having grappled relationships because of what happened to Mzee Jomo Kenyatta and the former prime minister, the first prime minister of this country, Jaramogi Oginga Odinga. Watoto wanakuja wanazaliwa, wanazeeka, wanazaa watoto wakiambiago huyu ni mbaya, huyu ni mbaya, huyu. In fact, mtu wa mwisho kusema huyu ni mbaya was Mheshimiwa.
Yes.
Ekimudoke goloki.
Asa nekego eh.
But in 2022, he told us for the future of this country to be better,
yes,
for the unity of this country to be better, we need to drop all these disagreements and decide to support Raila Odinga for the presidency. Though he did not win.
I think politicians create disunity and then they come camouflaging like we need now to come together as a people. So you see, there is one of the statements that I don't like, that unity of our people. I've been hearing the unity, like now my community Kisi, I've had the unity of our Kisi people since Anyona, since Nyachai, and now with Matiangi. It's good for people, it's good for Wamnyoro to put these people together, but can't we see the bigger picture? The unity of our nation is already there in the national anthem.
We have it. Shida zinatusumbua saizi ni
economical.
Zinaharibika juu hao watu.
Why can't say the unity of 10,000 shillings per youth? That's the only unity we'll subscribe to. Ama unity for jobs, unity for equitable education, unity for the striking lecturers. You understand? Are you aware that like now comrades are just paying rent and they're not studying? It's so disheartening.
Hi, hapo kwa education ndio tunaingia. This is on page 12 of the Daily Nation. Matters education as anxiety. Parents have anxiety as concerned about the financial implications of the transitions expected in January. Minister of Education to issue senior school fees rule. Hapa wanasema that the Ministry of Education is determined to ease the financial anxiety that has gripped parents ahead of the inaugural 2026 senior school transition, with a commitment to unveil a revised and affordable fee structure based on the chosen learning pathways. Mititi, previously we saw something else. It was called placing students into different bands because of the new university funding model. The Daily Nation are talking about the senior school fees rules in a time when high school principals are crying about capitation not coming. The junior school teachers are crying that they are still not recognized. Hawajui kama wao ni walimu wa primary ama walimu wa secondary. We as a people, Baba said that we must continue championing for things that help us, our people here yenye wanashindaga wakiimba, and one of them is education, considering that the youth of this country saizi wako enlightened because of education, fruits of education, all the way from year 2 or 3 to now we are enjoying the same, but this same education looks like it's crumbling down. How can we save our education, if not for us, then for our children who are coming after us?
We must accept that only education is the equalizer. Personally, I didn't subscribe to CPC model because while a kid in Nairobi is being taught how to code, Fero Mititi in Nyamira is taught how to cook ndizi.
Wanaambia wewe kuja na tablet shule, wakule anaambia kuja na ndizi
tunaweza chemsha.
Tuunde matoke.
Wanakuja na kuku kunyoa manyoya when somebody here in Nairobi
is good,
they are doing coding. So I think I'm foreseeing a scenario after 18 years we'll have also diverse, I couldn't say, to me I would call it
what about the interest? Kama saizi wanaongea kuhusu the pathways, like sasa waseme haya Nyamira huko mko na ndizi sana, si basi tuguse wakulima huko juu watu wa akili na ujanja wafunza coding in Nairobi. We devolved.
And now that's the danger I'm telling you. Now we would find ourselves as a country where we have graduates who cannot even operate on a smartphone, but so be it.
Bado wataambiwa nyinyi mlipitia CBC.
But the problem with that, Kenya, we have not reached where we can be industrious. Just like a kid in China, They do even first aid. They do all the kind of, TikTok in China is different than TikTok in Kenya. If you take your phone on TikTok now, you will only see girls. I have no problem with slay queen slay. I have no problem with content creators because some are making good money from it. But coming from an engineering background or from scientific background, how could I wish that now the schools integrated TikTok, we see videos of innovations. That's the thing I will do when I'll be a minister.
Ukicheza densi,
yes,
tuone uvumbuzi wako, your process of creating a certain product.
Yes, God willing, when I will clinch power in 2027,
as an MC
in my area, we would focus more in technology. And I have no problem with art because even your school is a school, you have school of art. But I would want a scenario where, when you come from a poor family, for sure education is the only key.
Education is the only key. Especially
even if they change the bad luck, some of us are in Nairobi because of education. No one could have called us to this city. So when I pity in myself when a kid in Nyeri is being taught how to hawk clothes, something he can do naturally.
Something you don't have
to be taught how to
go to school to be taught how to hawk.
You can imagine in Murang'a,
sustainable development, not just development.
I saw a CPC molds in was it in Wajir?
There's Murang'a vis-a-vis Wajir. Vile huko kwingine mashule zinakaa hizo za chekechea.
You wonder Hassan in Wajir and Hassan in Isli, you expect them to compete 20 years ahead? No way.
It's going to be very difficult.
It's going to be very, that's a crime.
There will be no
and in terms of school fees rules, me, I have no problems with that because already the government has failed terribly. And I blame President Ruto. One of the things I blame President Ruto, I feel like his foot soldiers fail him great. So in the next reshuffle, I won't say specifically which dockets he should reshuffle. But if he has intelligence, and I know intelligence reaches him, he needs to disband that group and find a better group that help him articulate the policies well. You might find this formula is the best for our country, but the nature in which it's being implemented and communicated to us is the problem.
The government is communicating
and implementing is the problem.
It's the problem, not.
Yes.
Kabisa, nataka tuingie sporty, and after sports, you will give us, as your parting shot, a business quote that can help other youths. Sawa? I know you've given them a lot of insight, but tutatengeneza moja yenye tutatupea tukimalizia. Sasa hizi tunaingia in sports, and in sports, President William Ruto yesterday did something that I would call honorable myself, ensuring that he has awarded honors to artists. We have Clemo being awarded as a producer. We have Juakali being awarded. We saw Professor Ngoge wa Thiong'o being awarded. For those who are concerned about masala wanahabari, we saw Mwanahamisi Amadi being recognized. But something that made me more elated is seeing 4 youths. I'm talking about the captain, Harambee Stars. I'm also talking about people like Ryan Ogam, the top scorer. The CHAN 2024 and the Madaraka and the Mashujaa Day, these people being awarded with honors made me feel good. Woli filaje na fichetu kwa aje sporti tumeza ishaje apale manga 7 wao wangiaje kisi.
Well, I acknowledge Arsenal is at the top of the table.
And they send their rambi too.
to Enigma.
Na kama sio Man U tumewasaidia
sana. And you have to accept Manchester is still the greatest team. Now, there is something unique I would take a minute to discuss about William Ruto and sports. In my view, it's only Moi and William who had the heart of presidency in sports. I never see Kibaki, I never see Uhuru, and we don't blame them for that. credit to President William Ruto. I attended all the Chan matches here in Kasarani, and it was like, we don't need to go to London. We don't need to go to London anymore. And actually, Miri Odhiambo did say that next year, God willing, when Talanta Stadium will be over, we will organize a match between Harambee Stars and Arsenal. And the Harambee Stars will beat Arsenal mercilessly in the honor of Raila Amolo Odinga. But Amia will beat Harambee Stars. You Arsenal fans will see fire. That will be in Talanta. So that was good gesture from our president. And I think the incentives he gave to them boys during the Chan is also a promise for Kenya Pesa. We will go an extra mile. We can be even we can do anything so long as
Milioni. Kenyans have an obsession with milioni. A milioni can make a Kenyan Harambee Star player beat Mozambique when watashinda hiyo championship.
Yes, and also not per se. If you look at the athletics, the athletics team, Kenyans naturally are resilient. I've never seen a lazy Kenyan who is representing the country. Maybe within the country we might have some lazy culprit, but when any Kenyan is given an international task, be it rugby, be it ambassadorial, be it athletics, be it Kenyans working abroad, those guys are top notch. And President Ruto acknowledging such, Kongole. We say thank you, Mr. President. History will be kind to you.
Timu yako ya Kenya inaendeleaje ama uko kwa Shabana?
Shabana ni moja, and it's the only shot that is working.
Tore Bobe. The only shot that is working.
You asked me about what I have by Manga people. We want to open a Shabana branch. You know, we have a stadium in our ward that we will scrutinize where the man has been going once we capture power. And I have goodwill from the community and from the elderly. I've told them that we have a goal that is sleeping. So one of the things, once we get to power, we will look for well wishers, because I know they are. We write even to FIFA, we write to everyone, we give them land, and they develop as a stadium. And I want to wish, you saw the stadium in KUTV was built in 7 months or something. Itokwe. So if then, God willing, President Ruto will be the president, I will stage demonstration at State House until he do something to our people in Manga.
Before I read this EPL statement, yes. 2 term or 1 term?
No term.
Good. EPL, Liverpool boss slots face challenge to recover after 4 straight losses. Coach Arne Slot conceded, and he has a challenge on his hands to revive Liverpool's faltering form after Manchester United claimed a rare win at Anfield to hand the reigning Premier League champions a 4th consecutive defeat. Sometimes mi ukasirika na wenye wanaandika gazeti. Imagine kwa game yenye hadi Harry Maguire mwenye ameishi kupigwa juu ya kugwaya anafunga kunako dakika ya 88, wanaandika wanasema that claimed a rare win. Sisi tungeshinda, sisi ni wabaya.
Yes.
Business quote of the day: help the youth.
Yes.
And then uambie kwa heri.
Well, myself, I tried business and I ran away because no one cautioned you on the slow days.
Walikuambia tu kuhusu profits.
Unajua biashara iko na pesa, ukikuwa idea.
Fanya kako.
Yes. But I want to say this.
Before when day,
yes.
I remember Kiharo MP Ndende Nyoro said time alikuwa amefungua hoteli huko KM.
Yes.
Mabeshto wake walikopa hoteli kaisha KM.
Ndindi Nyoro is a good politician and my friend economist, but I didn't subscribe to some of his theories, but of shares.
Engineer tuendelee.
Yes. Now, me, I will say this. Business, if your business is not online, then you and the business will not be there.
Wait. Now, usikize. If your business is not online, then you and your business
will not be there.
Will not be there.
Yes.
The future is digital.
Yes.
Kabisa. Mpenzi mtazamaji, it has been a great show. This is KUTV Rise Today, Biashara Tuesday. I was standing in for Sylvia Nyango. I've loved it. We've discussed a lot from politics, from Mashujaa Day celebration, from giving the aspiring MCA from Manga 2027 a chance to mourn Baba in his own right. Yesterday too, I had youths, one of them born in 1990, remembering Baba by seeing kisogo chake mahali akiwa katoto kadogo shule, and the other one was born in 2003 around September when Baba was saying Kibaki tosha pale hivyo upande wa Pwani. And I've enjoyed hearing how you people have been inspired by the leadership of Jacom. Pia mimi nimeweza kusoma a lot from him, and one of them is, no matter the situation you are in, your voice could change this country. Na sio lazima ukuwe president of this country for you to be a CGH. Do something. Na kama umefungua biashara, if you and your business are not online, then you and your business will not be there. Unaniita Senior Warrant Officer 1, Luteni Kanali ama Ujwanga mtoto wa Mariam. Kenya naye, lakini ukenya wake usiukenye kenye. Nasema asante kwa niaba ya kila mtu ambaye amefanikisha KUTV Rise Today Biashara Tuesday hii leo, ikiwemo mwelekezi na ambaye pia amekuwa mhariri, anakwenda kwa jina Boni Odhiambo, TPM Kenyatta University na Acting Program Controller. Nasema asante kwa watu ambao wamekuwa wakimsaidia pale nyuma kuhakikisha kwamba hili jahazi tunazidi kulipiga sure kwa sure, kila kitu kinakuwa kitamu. Hadi next Monday on Art and Culture Monday is bye bye from us. Mbarikiwe.
I am a wealth innovation strategist, and I help people, simply put, understand how to go from creativity to cash flow.
Is this something that's going to really shift and change?
It started with me first thinking about my own children when they were younger, just pouring into them about the fact that they could be anything they wanted to be. And so I then began to see that there was a gap in the world. And so to fulfill that gap and have where I provided a solution to have where we created this program that is now in a number of institutions across the world. Everybody has creativity and innovation inside of them. It's just a matter of how they tap into it and then go on to have impact in the world. And so one of the tools that we use for that is what's called Element 10. And I truly believe that every single person should have at least 10 substantial and sustainable streams of income, what I call future CEOs.
We share common goals, we share common aspects when it comes to innovation.
We decided to partner with ICE to bring in experts from a global perspective to come and mentor our students, and encouraging the students to venture to learn how to package their ideas and their innovations in a better and more global way.
Problems.
I see a greater number as we partner with ICE. I see us change the mindset of many and begin to create a larger scope, a widened scope of producers, of creators, and therefore more opportunities for employment.
In addition, the workshop also included a graduation ceremony for this year's cohort, students who completed the innovation training through this program.
Our first graduation certificate goes to Jared.
According to them, the program has changed their perspective on leadership and entrepreneurship, and they are now contributing positively to their communities.
It has shaped my career by building my communication, leadership qualities.
It has pushed me out of my comfort zone. Currently, I have 3 businesses.
I have been able to reinvent my thought about wealth, and right now I find ways of creating long-term wealth solutions.
It has enabled me to actually think outside employment as well.
Has helped me to be able to interact not only locally but globally.
I've learned 5 ways on how I'll monetize my degree, or even educate other people based on what I learned.
Students also had the opportunity to showcase their innovation, with the best being awarded for demonstrating effective problem solving across various fields. The founder and her partners expressed great optimism about the future of innovation in Africa and their hopes to expand this program further.
The program, first of all, is free. It's a free program that the center is offering together with our partners, and they can apply through our webpage, Global Tourism Resilience and Crisis Management Center, and we hope to achieve a higher intake that will actually graduate 100%.
For young people aspiring to become inventors, the message was clear.
Just get started, just do it. Take that first step. You need to take that leap of faith. You have to believe in yourself, because if you don't, nobody else will.
Through this partnership, Kenyatta University continues to strengthen its role in driving innovation and global collaboration, giving students a platform to turn their ideas into impactful ventures in the society. Rose Kaguku, KUTV, reporting from Kenyatta University.
My brother. I can't whistle. I can't whistle. I can't whistle. I can't whistle. See? See? That is my brother.
Get to the money, my nigga, let's pass. Every day's activity.
That is.
Get to the money.